Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We got some big news today for you Splinter Cell fans. Ubisoft Toronto begins development on a Splinter Cell remake. A Splinter Cell remake from the ground up using Ubisoft's own, get this, Snowdrop Engine. That is right. Ubisoft Toronto utilizing Snowdrop Engine. Could this be something that is going to be coming to more developers at Ubisoft? I know we've speculated a lot for Ghost Recon, the franchise, how it would be better suited to be created in the Snowdrop Engine, but I digress. Let's get into this. This is very exciting. Just let alone the Splinter Cell on its own, but that they're making it from the ground up in Snowdrop. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Let's see what's up. So, Splinter Cell remains a groundbreaking series. Oh, really? Is that why you haven't made one in a decade? Its gameplay, technology, innovations, and storytelling has left an immense legacy. Creative director Chris Audi, producer Matt West, technical producer Peter Handrenos spoke to Ubisoft News about the legacy, the remake, and their connections to the series. We're recapping the key questions. Okay, why Ubisoft Toronto? Shout out to Ubisoft Toronto. Splinter Cell Blacklist was the catalyst for building Ubisoft Toronto. As the studio's first lead project, Blacklist shipped to a critical acclaim in 2013. Oh my god, it's been so long since we got a Splinter Cell game. This is just a remake, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the new one that's been speculated. So this is something completely different now. Exhilarating stealth gameplay was enhanced by the latest advancements in performance capture to create a highly cinematic and immersive experience. Let's hope that we're not disappointed and this turns out to be the new Splinter Cell we're getting. That would suck, but let's keep going. Since opening, the studio's gone to ship innovative games such as Ubisoft's biggest brands, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, For Honor, Watch Dogs, most recently leading development on Far Cry 6. Okay, so it's a big deal that Blacklist was the first game that ever came out the door at Toronto. It's in our DNA. This is what I want to hear. Yes, remake versus remaster. What's the difference? The team is setting out to bring. The team is setting out to bring. We got a little error there, huh? So the team is setting out to bring Sam Fisher out of the shadows back into the light. That's an interesting way to say it, right? He should be out of the light, back into the shadows now, all while meeting modern game expectations and retaining the elements that made this series so memorable. Guys, you better nail the animations. FYI, I don't care if it's going to be on PC, everything. The old school Splinter Cell animations have to be there. Every single push of the analog brought out more speed, more slow. Every single move with the mouse wheel for PC. It better be like that. Okay, so to me, a remake takes what you do in a remaster and goes a little bit farther. The original Splinter Cell has a lot that was amazing and revolutionary at the time it came out 19 years ago. Oh my god, I'm so old. You're old too. The gaming public has an even more refined palette. So I think it kind of has to be a remake as opposed to a remaster. Absolutely, especially for those of you who have played Splinter Cell on PC and have downloaded the updated lighting. Splinter Cell from 2000 was it 1? It looks absolutely amazing. 2003. It still plays absolutely amazing, and the updated graphics with those shaders and everything, the lighting effects, makes the game really pop. But yeah, it has to be a remake. Okay, so although we're still in the very earliest stages of development, what we're trying to do is make sure the spirit of the early game remains intact. That spirit is going to be Sam Fisher's movement, guys. You have to nail the movements. Sam Fisher moved unlike anything else before or after him. Games today still don't nail how great Sam Fisher moved in those first 3 or 4 games, including Double Agent. Okay, so we're trying to do is make sure the spirit of the game. Okay, so we're building from the ground up. We're going to update it visually as well as some of the design elements to match player comfort and expectations. I don't know what that means, but I'm skeptical. You have to earn my trust here. And we're going to keep it linear like the original games, not make it open world. Well, if it's a remake, you're not remastering, you're remaking, but you're still remaking the old game. So obviously it has to still somewhat resemble those old levels, right? And then they could maybe build upon those levels, open things up so that when we're going through the CIA or the police station or all these levels, it looks the same, but it's bigger. It's like more ways to go through it. There's more enemies. I could see them doing something like that. Okay, so not open world, so that's a good thing, because that would make no sense for a remaster. Like I said, you just make a different game. Will it be familiar to fans of the franchise? It better be. Shit. In short, the core elements that make Splinter Cell, Splinter Cell. Alright, so Chris Audie, Splinter Cell was a breakthrough in stealth. It was stealth redefined, with huge focus on getting that core gameplay right above all and delivering on an ideal. Be a ghost. It is important for us to preserve that sense of mastery by supporting the players who observe the situations, make their plan, use their gadgets, and outsmart the enemy creatively to deal with the challenges they are presented with. Ideally, they end up coming out on the other side with no one having realized you were even there. Pure Sam Fisher gameplay. That's the essence of Splinter Cell. That is true. One of the things that, from my point of view, is really exciting about this project, the last couple of games all of us have worked on have been really big worlds. What that means is the economy of the decisions is very spread out. Whereas what I love about Splinter Cell map, every square inch represents intentionality. Yes, every square inch needs to be, the player needs to really feel what they're going through. Oh man, I'm getting excited here. Every square inch is part of a choice or directly offers a choice, has a direct ramification. The density of gameplay is at the forefront in Splinter Cell, and that's going to be really, really important for us. The gameplay experience we are targeting is directly tied to what players, well, what we want players to feel, to capture the essence back what we were all playing, that original game. And I really hope they nail this. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they design this out. Are we going to get, like I said, these same type of boards just kind of on a grander scale to make it a remake but still make it different? We'll see. What updates and advancements can we expect to see? There will be big technology and gameplay leaps with Splinter Cell. The team is looking to carry on this legacy of innovation and exploration with the remake. So, a lot of time has passed since the original Splinter Cell, and even since the last sequel, 2013, insane. Enough time to miss an entire console generation. Yes, Ubisoft, shame on you for that. So now we're going to take the time to explore what this means for us, for light and shadow, for animation tech, for gameplay, AI, even audio. Woo! Snowdrop Engine, baby. We're going to ask ourselves, where does it make sense for us to innovate? What not only fits with the legacy, but brings the game up to a level that will be expected of us? And where can we surprise our players? We want to bring them something new, yet still connect them to that feeling that they had 2 decades ago playing that masterpiece for the first time. Hey man, that's got to be it. You have to nail the original levels, and if you want to expand on them a little bit to make them different, to make it a new gameplay experience, you can go that route, but nothing too crazy. My background has been in level design and creation for the past 20 years, and seeing that back then, that there could be cloths that flap as I move through them, and that there's some sort of actual genuine interaction between me as a player and the world I'm in, seeing the enemies moving around, allowing me to plan and make different judgment calls based on where they are and what's happening, that had a huge impact on me early on. Things like the thermal vision and using that as a gameplay element. These things were not just graphical bells and whistles, they were actual relevant to the experience, correct? From a team perspective, we are all behind that philosophy that this stuff that gets added is not just eye candy. It has relevance and a bearing on the game itself. So, what is the Snowdrop Engine and what does it enable the team to do? The game will be rebuilt using Ubisoft's own Snowdrop Engine. Oh man, we've had conversations about this. I think we've talked about it on the Tactical Roundtable. A Squad has mentioned this. I've seen BayZ hit this up on Twitter. A lot of people were speculating with Ghost Recon. Hey, should we be moving into Snowdrop, or is Anvil Next enough? Anvil Next 2.0 enough for Ghost Recon? We're yet to see what Ubisoft Paris is going to do moving forward in Ghost Recon. If that's an Assassin's Creed, probably is going to stay in Anvil Next, especially Assassin's Creed, because Anvil Next, it was built for that game. We'll see what happens with Ghost Recon, but Splinter Cell is moving to Snowdrop. Really exciting. Okay, so the same engine being used to develop Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, as well as the upcoming Star Wars game to deliver new generational visuals and gameplay, the dynamic lighting and shadows the series is known for. Snowdrop is a proven modern AAA engine. It empowers content creators and programmers alike to try things quickly, see what works, while ultimately and ultimately find success. I think that's one of its major advantages, allowing us to quickly find the modern equivalent of that core Splinter Cell gameplay. Some other AAA engines out there do not afford this type of iteration speed necessarily, and so this is what really gives Snowdrop an edge when bringing Splinter Cell up to speed for a modern engine. Ubisoft Toronto is growing. That's basically it. Are you passionate about Splinter Cell or a technology enthusiast? Ubisoft Toronto is currently building out the Splinter Cell development team with a variety of roles ranging in expertise and experience. If you're interested in applying, you can check our jobs page here. Click on that link. I'll leave this link down below for those of you who are animators, artists, programmers, community developers, and managers. You have experience. Maybe you're probably not going to be on this video. So guys, what do you think? Splinter Cell, remake from the ground up, not a remaster. Snowdrop Engine. Let me know what you think down below. Let's talk about things. I'm excited about this. I don't know whether they're going to hit a home run or not, but now knowing that it's a complete remake in Snowdrop Engine, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to do. Ubisoft Toronto, the only thing I can say right now, the most important thing you can do in Splinter Cell is to nail the animations. Sam Fisher does not move like every other game out there with generic speeds. Here's one walk speed and then there's a run speed. No, it doesn't work that way for Fisher. Fisher has little iterations of movement that the more you press on the analog, the more he moves. The less you press on the analog, the slower he goes. It's very important you guys nail that. So that's in my opinion, that's the most important thing for this game. Obviously, gameplay mechanics and things like that, but if he moves like Conviction and Blacklist, I'll be disappointed, to be honest, because this is not a new game. This is a remake. Even in Ghost Recon, there are only 2 speeds. You know what I'm saying? You can walk, you can run, and you could press that walk-run button while crouching or whatever, and there's just those 2 different speeds. It's not really that progression with the analog. And I know a lot of developers do that because of PC gaming, but you guys need to program with the mouse wheel the same way those old games are programmed on PC. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here. I spoke too much. Let me know what you think down below. I'm very excited. Are you excited? Let's get to discussing, guys. You know how we do. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. All right, guys. Peace.